building. That's where the stuff's coming out of it. Doesn't step out of the box.
Western end of our line. For those of you reporting here, we'd like to thank you on behalf of the Georgetown Loop Railroad, the Colorado Historical Society, and Railstar Incorporated. 78 feet above sea level. And if everybody will remain in their seat, will remain in their seats until we come to a full and complete stop, and then we will let you out to roam. Folks, let me have your attention, please. We have a full
Yeah, I know.
As we go into this curve here, if everybody looks off to the left side of the train, you'll get a glimpse of Clear Creek. We'll be crossing over Clear Creek 4 times in our descent to Devil's Gate. Though only a stub-end branch line from Denver, the railroad was very profitable in the early days, bringing miners, their families, and supplies to our mountain communities, and taking the rich ores back to Denver and Golden to be processed. This continued until the early depressions of the early 1890s, when the price of silver dropped so low that nobody could mine it and make a profit at it. At that time, tourism took over as the main source of revenue for the railroad. I started a little soon. I could just see the tracks. That's why I started. This old rolling stock is our morning star. Second to our covered gondolas. And the very last car is a flat wooden car that dates back to the late 1800s. As the fame of the Loop spread through the country and even the world, thousands of people came to ride on what was considered a scenic and engineering marvel of the 19th century. The heavy tourism continued until 1927, and that's when our story would have ended there, as it did for many of Colorado's early mountain railroads. Except in the 1960s, the State Highway Department began planning to build a new interstate right up the middle of our valley. This would have ruined our railroad grade and the mining history this valley contains, and the Colorado Historical Society felt that it should be preserved. So they got together with the Department of Transportation and came up with a new plan to build an interstate on the side of Republican Mountain where you drive it now. In 1973, the Colorado Historical Society got the U.S. Navy Seabees out here to help them reconstruct the track, and by 1975, they were completed and running their first passenger train, and we have run every year since. The forest around you is only about 120, 130 years old. This is due to clear cutting in the mining era. So when the miners came through, they needed wood to build mine supports, to build their homes, and also to heat their homes. So they clear cut this area, and it kind of looked a little like a moonscape. The brown trees you see out there, it is not due to a forest fire. Those trees happen to get attacked by a pine beetle that we're having problems with in the state of Colorado and several other states to the west. Warning whistles to let us know we are going into our high-fill curve. The high-fill curve was built all by hand. They had to bring the dirt in by wagon or wheelbarrow to fill us up to keep our grade to no more than 4% grade. As we round through this curve, if you look to the left side of the train and down towards the front, you will get a glimpse of 1203 as it pulls us down the mountain. As we do clear these trees here, if you look off to the right, you will get a glimpse of the Devil's Gate Bridge and a little bit of Georgetown in the background. This little ball-shaped area here off to the left side was where the miners built a little baseball field. On any given Sunday, you could come up here, find the miners and their families having picnics and playing a little bit of baseball. You could say this was the original minor leagues. The tracks we were riding on today are a narrow gauge track. That means our rails are only 3 feet apart. We're at the down in Denver and other lowland areas, they use a narrow gauge, a standard gauge system where their tracks are 4 foot, 8.5 inches apart. For those of you who have not taken the mine tour, if you look out the left side of the train, you notice folks that just got off the train gathered in front of a small wooden portal on the side of the mountain. That portal is the entrance to the Everett Silver Mine, a sister mine to the Lebanon mine, which was conducted. The sister mine means the mine is connected by a cross tunnel about 1,200 feet back in the mountain. The main area of the mountain area in the upper Clear Creek Valley produced $200 million worth of silver. Back then, that was $1 an ounce, giving Georgetown the nickname the Silver Queen of the Rockies. In a moment, on the right. On the right side of the train is the side of the Hall Tunnel. The Hall actually started out to be a tunnel through the Leavenworth Mountains, so the oil was put in the mine on the south side to be brought here and loaded on the train. However, as they dug through the mountain, they encountered some of its veins of silver. For some reason, they lost interest in digging the tunnel, received the mines of silver. To the right of the train here, you'll notice a bunch of train tracks, parts, sand, and an Ingersoll land air compressor, foundation to a boiler house. The Ingersoll land air compressor there ran the jackhammers that supplied air to the miners. The foundation, what's left of it, is the boiler house that ran the machine.
Caught fire and burnt to the ground in late 1960.
Is now entering a curve from which you see the lower track of the loop running down the hillside of the train. For those of you not familiar with the story of the loop, it's a surveyor's answer to a problem getting the railroad from Georgetown to Silver Cloud.
See, the two towns are only 2 air miles apart, but different in elevation of over 600 feet. Had the track been laid up the floor of the valley, the grade would have been in excess of 6%, far too steep for normal railroad operation. To get away from this, the survey is laid out around the double back and looped over itself. This allowed the average grade of the line to be held at 3.5%. Although it increased the distance from Old Georgetown Station to Silver Bloom to 4.5 miles. There's only 4 or 5 locations in the world where they have made a loop as a way of getting an elevation. We are the only one that does not have a tunnel. Everything is out in the open. That was the warning whistle, which means we are about to go out on Devil's Gate Viaduct, since the bridge spans them outside. Now, I'm not squeamish about looking down. At the center of the track, you will be 100 feet above Clear Creek and 75 feet from the lower loop. To the right of the train, you will get a nice view of Georgetown. To the left of the train is our Devil's Gate loading area.
Hi everybody, my name is Ron, and on behalf of the Colorado Historical Society and Railstar, that's the outfit running the train here, we'd like to welcome you all to the Georgetown Loop Historic Mining and Railroad Park. We're going to turn back the hands of time today, about 140 years on the path. Plus the out miners there, and how they work, you'll see what's a very difficult work. And if you brought any cameras today,
The locomotive you're riding today is a 1947 Porter diesel electric 87-tonner. The boxcars consist of drop bottom ore carts, boxcar, and gondolas. The drop bottom ore car never could get wet. They put them inside these boxcars, and occasionally we'd come up with a hobo sneaking on. crow flies from our Silver Bloom Depot. But the train has taken almost 3 miles to get here. When we arrive at the Devil's Gate boarding area, we will have dropped 450 feet in elevation from Silver Bloom Depot.